name is Marilen Pirtea. I'm the rector of the West University from Timișoara. And together with the New Strategy Center, we organized this conference from 8 years. Please allow me to say a warm welcome you at Timișoara, at the West University of Timișoara, and the 8th edition of this conference here in Timișoara. Security challenge in the Balkans. Like many of you know, Timișoara is the starting point of the revolution against the communism here in Romania. And if this year we organize 8th edition of these conferences, let me inform you, this year our university celebrating 80th year for existence. In 1944, His Royalty, King Michael I of Romania, signed Royal Decree 660, and that was the boarding certificate for our university. Till then, we grow, and for example, in 1990, we had 3,000 students and 3 faculties. Now, we're talking about 17,000 students, 11 faculty, and 1 department for teaching training. Of course, Faculty of Political Science is an important one, and our university have a bachelor program in security study, master programs, and of course PhD programs. We're talking about, at the level of the university, 81 bachelor programs in different domains, 1,002 master programs, and 26 domains in PhD. The mission of the university is to deliver good quality of education and, of course, good quality of research, high quality of research. But we're thinking it is another mission for the university, to be an agora of debating, university without the wall, university where ideas from the society and many issues are coming, are debating with the specialists, and many times are going back with like a solution for the society. And we try to do that here in this conference. I like to say Romania is the eastest country by the west, and Timișoara is the westest city by the eastest country from the west. And here we are in the west. That's why our name is the West University of Timișoara. Of course, it's a joke. But the reality is our vision, our view is from the west. And I'm pretty sure after this day, everyone from here were going home more riches in ideas, in friends, and I like to conclude with many of you maybe heard about this expression, but I like it so much. If 2 persons have 2 apples and they decide to exchange that between themselves, they will ending up having 1 apple each. But if 2 persons have 2 ideas and they decide to exchange that between themselves, they will ending up having at least 2 ideas each. So, ladies and gentlemen, exchange ideas, and why not, you can become good friends. Thank you very much.
This is adding to the picture of your scenarios.
De la o expresie, prima victimă într-un război este adevărul. Insecuritatea politică poate fi apanajul unor structuri politice extremiste, de care amintea și domnul Vuk. De aceea adresez o întrebare. Cum puteți limita propaganda unor astfel de structuri politice? Și a doua întrebare, invitaților, cum puteți asigura asistența socială militarilor, dat fiind situațiile conjuncturale și imprevizibile? Mulțumesc.
Did you get the questions? Did you, puteți să formulați puțin mai
Deci,
clar?
prima întrebare.
Foarte scurt.
Da.
Ca să
Cum
înțeleg
puteți
și eu.
limita propaganda structurilor politice extremiste de care aminteați, domnul Vuk?
So, propaganda of political groups, that's the first question.
How can it be contained?
Yes, well, this is an important point, but this taps into the theme which I have described about the role of local agencies. Because despite the sea of publications talking about Russian or the Chinese disinformation in the Balkans, I can tell you one thing. The main disseminator of pro-Russian and the pro-Chinese narratives in Serbia are not RT, are not Radio Sputnik. It is not even any Chinese media house. So neither the Russians nor the Chinese are engaged in some collaborative effort to win over local hearts and minds. For the simple reason is they don't have to. The locals are doing that for them. But of course, the logical question is, why are the locals doing those things? Why are they engaged in this type of activities? And I have two explanations. One is the domestic reasons, because the population is frustrated, tired, exhausted, and there are many parts of the local population where the EU is no longer such a selling point, but Russia and China are a much better selling point. So the local politicians believe that if they are seeing, having pictures with Putin or President Xi, that will give them domestic mileage. So they are upping up this tabloid-style campaign of glorifying Russia and China. So that's the domestic reason. But number two, it is part of their old game of leveraging and blackmailing the West. Because if the West is confident that Russians and the Chinese are everywhere in Serbia and that they are about to take over, then, of course, the West will not bother not bother Belgrade and Belgrade power holders with those pesky issues like corruption, media freedom, rule of law, these sort of things, which are very dear to their hearts of the Belgrade politicians at this moment in time. But I can also tell you that this is also something which has now returned like a boomerang to Serbian leaders, and that happened 2 years ago because after investing 8 years into making Putin a rock star through their media and tabloids, they can now not reverse their policies without angering significant portions of the public opinion. So they are stuck. On one hand, they have the public which they have partially molded, while on the other hand, they have a strategic reality that the country is deeply ingrained with the West and that the West is everywhere around the country. So this will be a tough spot in the coming period. And as I like to say, again, back to my forthcoming book, this is literally the last sentence of my book. As far as the eye can see, Serbia appears to be a country which is destined to be a disappointment for both Westerners and Russophiles, it appears.
Thank you very much. I will resort by manu militari, as they say, my capacities of moderator. And